Good evening, everybody. We are live. Hello. Hello. How are you guys doing? Funny seeing you guys here tonight. So, yeah, there was stuff we didn't get to last night. And, well, I thought we could hang around and just have some fun tonight and kind of catch up on the last little bits of that. And then, you know, I guess kind of go over the big stuff that happened earlier. If you guys don't remember, happened earlier today. Well, Judge McAfee released his ruling in the Fannie Willis issues. And the long and the short of it is, he said, well, one of them has to go, but he's not kicking them both out, and he's not removing anybody from the case, which I think obviously that's kind of shit. He's not giving Fannie and Wade their opportunity to figure out who they're getting rid of. I mean, why even bother doing it? It very much was a punt by Judge McAfee. He pussed out. He had his chance, and his chance to like score some major hits on the pages of history. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to do that tonight. Judge McAfee looked around at his kids, and he's like, you know what? I want my kids to call me a pussy later on in life. So he did the thing that his kids are going to call him a pussy for. So if you guys have any questions about that, I can answer them, but we're not going to focus on that because I did a whole stream on that earlier today. So, Luke says I should read if you're going to dodge me on Delphi. What? There's a bunch of stuff that came up in Delphi. We'll address some of that really if you want to later. So, we can do that later. Hella, hi, how are you doing? Guys over excited at her and say hello to her. And got Hearsay for Days every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So, you prefer meat spin to dead spin? Well, there's nothing wrong with that. So, for me being late, yeah, stop touching, Luke. I'll do whatever I want. I'll do what I want. The concurrent opinion of my colleagues is McAfee has no balls, a ballless wonder. Yeah, I'm sure that, down your guys' way, that had to be a surprise. Especially because he probably came out as like a fire breather. And yeah, I'm sure he was like a no-nonsense, didn't take no shit when he was in the DA's office or when he worked as a U.S. attorney, but when the rubber finally hit the road, it was man or mouse time, and we found out Scott McAfee rather be a mouse. Hella says, yep, it's 4 p.m. now. Sorry, 4 p.m. Eastern. Hearsay for Days. Eric says, so Fannie won. Yeah, to an extent she did, but remember, she's still hurt really bad. She now lost her special prosecutor, and, I mean, she's going to have to replace him. Because if she doesn't, that I think looks really bad optically. And she got damaged really bad in this whole situation. Not enough she's going to lose the race, but, in the eyes of the world, she looks horrible. And she now also has those 6 charges that got dismissed. And she's going to have to do something about those. She can't just let them sit. She's probably going to have to re-indict, which means everything gets drugged back out. And let's say Wade actually was competent at planning the grand jury. She's on her own now. So there might be something there for her. As far as Trump's team, I mean, certainly it's still a win. It's better than nothing. I mean, it's not like they got shut out. I mean, they inflicted damage. Just not as much as they thought they would, I think. But, you know what? I bet they're ultimately, they're not happy, but they'll accept the results they have. Also, I think Judge McAfee, I think he's in for a rude awakening when he finds out the guy challenging him isn't going to quit now. And he's going to fucking lose. So, he's going to get run out of office and then, I don't know, he's going to have fun just being a schmuck in the pages of history again, like nobody's ever heard of. So, I hope it was worth it, Scott. I hope it's worth it, buddy. Percy Domestos says, big ups, fella. Well, thank you. Big ups, big fella. Thank you. J-Rock says, then I was first, Sean. Check it out. Were you really first, though? I don't know, man. There's no way when it comes to first, I am first. Yeah, but I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, I don't think you get to be first, though. If you're not sure, if you're questioning yourself, can you really be... I mean, you have to claim that stuff. It's like you have to grab first by the pussy when you do it. You've got to just like, with that gorilla grip. And I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Can't question it. You have to just like blindly in the dark, just jump out there and grab it. Hopefully you're the first one. So, yeah, very timid first. But, yeah, I don't count it. I don't count it. I think, Otto, you're first. So, because at least you're being affirmative here. But remember, guys, when you want to be first, you gotta seize it. No being afraid. No being afraid, chat. Baldwin's motion to dismiss, Luke, is like 60-some pages. We're going to have to read that tomorrow night on its own, because that's a whole nother thing. Stephen Cooper says, get to 10 memberships. Thank you so very much. Whoever gets one of those, I know is going to be thrilled to be getting one of those. And I know, I thank you very much for donating those to the people here in chat, you know, kind of sharing the wealth. Guys, I got some more stuff coming for you guys on local or on your own content here for the members only. So there's a couple more things I'm going to be putting out. Not necessarily a live or two, but just some kind of funny stories and some like little things like some people tried to kill Dozer, the Great Wall. I think it's really funny. That's one of them I'm thinking about putting together for you guys. It's not like what you think. It's a little different than what I just teased it as, but it still sounds... I mean, it sounds great, don't it? There's a couple other things out there. And then AJ Arguello for $10. Thank you. Saying, the re-election worries, but moving forward, this makes it all smell real bad. Yes, it does. This doesn't really... It smells slightly better. But, you know, they trim some of the rotting flesh off. So, maybe Fanny could get Ben Crump. He would not do it because there's not enough money. And he makes Ben Crump, as much as people want to hate him, that dude hauls in cash. That coming down there would be, you know, paying him like 250 G's a year would be an insult to him. And I say that with respect because homie makes it rain. He brings in the money. So, yes, J-Rock's right. The black civil rights lawyer versus Scott in the election in Fulton County. Yep, he's toast. Let's see here. Where are you guys at, too? You're not going to cover Delphi? We can cover a little bit of Delphi tonight. Just a little bit. There's a ton of it. So... all right, guys. You know what? It's not been 10 minutes yet. We had Sean do a live react on locals to the... Whistling Diesel hauling his own Komatsu through Granby, Colorado. Yeah. He should have just fucking drove it down the street and seen what would have happened. That would have just been perfect, because it would have been legal. Put your flashers on, put on the little thingy on the back, and just drive it down the road. Although apparently it was like brutally cold that day. When am I going to do a full stream on Delphi? Well, I did one. I just did one a couple nights ago. I think I did it. Hold on here. What day did I do it? Hold on here. I literally just did it like a day or two ago. We talked about getting caught up on all the Delphi stuff, including all the spazzy YouTubers that are now mailing the judge saying about how they have all the information on the bad people involved in this case. Yeah, I did it on the 12th. So March 12th would have been Tuesday. On Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday night, we did it. Here, I'll even give you the link. And since I've done that, there have been a bunch more motions and other garbage filed. So, hold on here. One of the YouTubers emailed the judge photos, the crime scene photos of the judge. Oof. Yeah, that's funny. Once a week isn't enough for Delphi. Yeah. Yeah, I plan on being the Delphi guy. I'm planning on it. We're ready. They are less than 2 months out. The trial date starts. The trial date was supposed to be May 13th, but I have a feeling the hearing on Monday is going to change everything now. That hearing is closed doors. There's no cameras. The public can attend, but there's no media is allowed to broadcast it, which, we know why that's happening, because Judge Gall's a piece of shit and she's trying to hide things. Fig deleted his channel right after my stream. No, he did not. Hold on here. If he did, I'm gonna fucking laugh. Oh my god, did he really? Did he really nuke his shit? Oh my god, the dude nuked his shit. Ah, ha, ha, ha. What a little bitch. What a little bitch. Oh my god, it's gone. Like, I thought you were joking, but he really deleted his channel right after I highlighted it? Oof. You gonna cover the trial? 100% I'm gonna cover the trial as much as I can. As much as I can. Tilly says I'm here. My neck got screwed up. Man, I hope you feel better, man. Luke says the judge actually issued an arrest warrant for one of the media people. Well, that's because she's an idiot. Yeah, I'm talking to defense lawyers. I'm trying to reach out to them, set something up, because, yeah, they're pretty cool. They're great guys, so. Dr. Coffin Nail says, I could be your man in Delphi. I live 15 minutes away. Ooh. Let me, send me an email. Who the F is this person, Fig, we're talking about? It's some douchebag, like, process engineer out in California. He's like, we use deductive reasoning and the engine, like, analyzing it like an engineer to come up with shit. And he is a big state ball-washing chode magnet who thinks Richard Allen was a bad guy. It doesn't think the state's done anything wrong. There's actually a big part of the true crime thing is, like, a lot of people think they're, like, true crime people, but in reality, they just suck the dick of the state. They're just sucking dick, and they're happy to be able to do it. And they don't care that it's the state shoving a cock in their mouth. They just enjoy it. And for a lot of them, though, they probably would be like, yeah, I'm okay with eating state's cum all the time. But that's what happens when you get these people. You don't generally get people, and over on Rumble, Real Patriots Party, how you doing? But yes, that is a pretty good summation of the people out there who do true crime and that aren't critical of things. It's just them sitting there guzzling status cock, because that's all they do. Working on their Fozzie Bear impression. Waka 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 waka. So I didn't spank him, but I was like, I'm gonna go back and look for it. I was like, oh, I need to look for this and look at this guy's stuff. And then he nuked his channel, so that's interesting. Winter Soldier says Frank spurged out during my coverage. Okay, Winter Soldier, dude, you need to, talk to me in Discord, because I want to tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. I'm bullying poor YouTubers. Any pro-state faggot deserves to be bullied. Bully those people who suck the dick of the state. Statists should be bullied, and they should be mocked and laughed at and derided at every turn for being statist scum. So. Excited said, I know his mods. Let me know if you need any help. Okay, no, I've already linked up with them on I've linked up with them on Twitter, so I think we'll be okay. So, Yellow Flash for $20. Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Left them speechless, guys. That's how you know you're a true source of information, a true entertainer. When the crowd has just no response, they don't know what to think anymore. So, James says the Fozzie. That was graphic. Well, oh. So, but yeah, thanks for being here, Flash. I appreciate it. Guys, had a fun time past week with Flash over on the Flashcast. Got to had never met Tom before and some of the other people there. Mark Kern, the guy who developed World of Warcraft. But then we had a lot of fun with Lofty. Holy cow, that was interesting. It's a lot of fun with Lofty. It's never dull when Lofty's around. I can say that much. So I could send Lofty the link if you want. Flash, I appreciate that, but I'm actually good tonight. I'm good tonight. I don't, we're not going to be debating the laws about, whether or not like this bad boy here. Which remember, by the way, it's red, and it's fake. It's a safety weapon. So we're good. We're good on talking about that tonight. Yes, I have a gift for getting people to yell at me. Yes, I do. I do. So, but yeah, no, I never had the chance to talk to Tom before. I actually enjoyed that. Who do you think would win between Lofty and Rhino? I don't know. Oh God, that would be horrible. I feel bad for Rhino if he actually was gonna fight Lofty because like he'd have to like not hurt him. One of the comments on the video said I looked at Lofty like he was a strange zoo animal. No, but I'm just sitting there. I'm like, we're all a bunch of dumb fucking retards on the internet, like talking to each other. How can we be this mad right now? It wasn't even over something like, less filling tastes great. It was over whether or not Alec Baldwin's gonna go to prison. Like, of the people to of the things to get fired up over, I'm like, that's not one of them. But hey, you can. It's all up to you. So, all right, guys, that's enough about me. I guess we'll start off. Get going on this. You need to see the stream. Somebody link me. I think there's a clip of it out there. I'll work that out with you so you can see it. But we're gonna get going now. We're gonna get going. Yes, Tom goes from Big Matt 0 to Big Matt in 2 seconds. I know, but I love Tom. Tom's great though, so I enjoy him. 10 out of 10 would listen to him rant again. All right, guys. So the Super Bowl parade Kansas City had, if you guys remember, well, the entire Flashcast, yes, hour 3 is when it starts. But yes, guys, if you do remember, the Super Bowl parade turned into a bullet festival. 20 some odd people were injured by gunfire. One person was killed. And the person who was killed was not one of the parties holding the gun. Flash is on my Rumble for free. Oh. All right. Well, hello. I'll get that link to you then. So I didn't know if you put that behind stuff on Rumble or not. But yes, thank you, Flash. And then, Bad Weather Biker for $10. Thank you, man. Is saying, here's $10 in hopes you make $1 million. Well, thank you very, very much. Very much. And then J-Rock gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much for that generous gift. And whoever gets those, I'm hoping is very, I know, be very appreciative of that. So, anyway, Are we sure there wasn't a hip hop awards show? I mean, no, because I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift was there too, wasn't she? Wasn't she in the parade? I'm assuming she was. Like, just like all those AI images showed her getting like rotisseried by half the team. So there was a bullet festival there, or if you're watching Boondock Saints, there was a firefight, and it wasn't just one guy with 6 guns. In fact, based upon what we know, this is very interesting. We talked about this, I think, last week, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before, that some of these guys are asserting self-defense, and they're asserting stand your ground, that they have the right to self-defense and pull firearms out. It's going to be very, very, very interesting to see how that works. And I would love it if all these guys pull guns on each other and they all get acquitted as self-defense and just watch the left lose their fucking minds. Because at the end of the day, though, it does sound like what occurred was pretty much as you watch Boondocks. It was like a Nibba moment. A couple of black guys run at each other and everybody just starts shooting. And then they look around and everybody around them's dead and they run off. So, 3 of the guys are now facing federal firearms charges. And we're going to go through the court documents. I grabbed them. But the documents do say that 12 people pulled firearms. I mean, think about that. You're in the middle of like a parade and just like 12 random dudes start busting out iron on each other. Like that's some crazy, crazy shit. You take your kid there like, yay, daddy, I want to see Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And he's sitting there and all of a sudden little junior sees a couple of dudes just like, pop, 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 pop. Like, that's going to be crazy as shit for people. Were there Glock switches? I don't think so, but there was some serious fucking firepower there. And you guys, we'll talk about it. And at least 6 guys fired their weapons. I mean, man, there were some dudes. There was some, everybody was kung fu fighting out at the parade. I mean, that is fucking insane. That's a bullet festival. That is a bullet festival. I mean, the inaugural Kansas City Bullet Festival was a raving success, international coverage. But wow, I mean, that's insane. And the fact that no other people died is, oof. So, and yes, that's kind of where we are right now. So, we're going to get out of this real quick because we're going to go into the documents themselves. And these are all out of the Western Division of Missouri. And these guys are 2 of these guys are real deep shit. And you're going to see why. And this is one of the things where a lot of these firearms crimes generally aren't a big deal until you make yourself a big deal for the feds. So, the conspiracy to make false statements in the acquisition of a firearm. Hunter got that because he got on the radar and made it an issue. Well, these guys were involved in a shooting at the Super Bowl champions parade. So they got the attention of the government. And the conspiracy to make false statements, it's up to 5 years imprisonment and a $250,000 fine. And these are all federal crimes, United States District Court, so it's all federal. It's all feddy time. Aiding and abetting making false statements in the acquisition of a firearm, up to 10 years imprisonment. $250,000 fine. So it's Ronell Dwayne Williams and Shaylin Hendrick Rose. These 2 guys are both facing these both. And then Williams only, he's facing a couple of counts of 18 U.S.C. 1001, making a false statement to a federal agent. You face 5 years of pop on those. It's not good, man. Not good. I do like the $100 mandatory assessment for each count. Like, oh no, the $250,000 fine plus $100. It's like, no. So that is that's the interesting part of this. So They talk about this here, that they, what they did to get the firearms. So we'll go back to this affidavit because this really kind of explains stuff here. So it's an affidavit support of a criminal complaint. You know, you got Misty Evans. I'm sure she's fearsome. An agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. And scumbag extraordinaire. I'm sure she is like the rest of them. So yes, I am an ATF agent. I'm a big piece of shit. I'm horrible as a human fucking being. You know, I am a complete scumbag and betray my oath to the United States Constitution by doing my job. Yada 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 yada. Yep. So therefore, I'm going to charge these guys with crimes. I have expert knowledge. They talk about the underlying law, but let's talk about what happened, because these guys. Ooh. So on February 14th, Valentine's Day, the actual parade, law enforcement agents were working during the Super Bowl parade when multiple sounds of shots were heard just west of the main stage. It was determined a verbal altercation led to several people shooting firearms into the crowd. Multiple firearms were recovered. One of the firearms recovered was a Stag Arms model Stag 15 300 blackout caliber pistol. So these guys had an AR-15 pistol and 300 blackout. So there was a fucking rifle in the mix. It's a pistol, but a rifle calibered pistol. Like, this was... I'm surprised nobody else fucking died if these guys were just dumping rounds into a crowd. So they recovered it, and they checked it out, and it was bought from a place called the Ammo Box, located in Columbia, Missouri. And they traced it, and it was bought by Ronell Dwayne Williams. The firearm was purchased 81 days prior. You know, based on my training experience, I know this is a very short time period, from an FFL to the time it's recovered, which is indicative of a straw purchase. Well, so they go to the ammo box and they verify this was the gun that was bought, and it was bought in November of 2023. Williams purchased it. They looked at his 4473 to make sure it was him, and they said Williams uses Missouri's driver's license in the transaction, and the next check was conducted, and he got a proceed, meaning he was cleared. They also observed and answered to question 21A, saying, are you the actual transfer buyer of the firearm listed in this form and any continuation sheets? And he said yes. Now, I think it's the same arguments Hunter Biden's people have made, where is it really the crime to lie on the form? And it's not, you know, how does that actually work as the crime here? And well, Hunter doesn't worry about that anymore, so lucky for him. So they go to him, and they conduct a recorded interview of Williams at his residence, because he decided to talk to the police. So this dumb motherfucker talked to the police and got indicted for it. Do not talk to the cops. Do not talk to the cops. Don't talk to the fucking cops, guys. Please. Jesus Christ. And also, real quick, Unhung Hero for $2 says, oh, I'm going to come. Don't come. Don't come. So, he said, yes, he purchased the Stag Arms lower receiver, and he bought it from a gun show for $250. Because it's an AR-15, he bought a lower receiver. It's the only controlled component of an AR-15 firearm that needs a NICS check. He stated 1 month after the firearm, at 1 month after he purchased it, it was stolen from a friend's residence, but he couldn't report it stolen because it didn't have the serial number. He stated approximately 1 month after he purchased it, he had accidentally left that at his friend aunt's residence. You know, because you just accidentally leave guns at someone's house. I mean, I do that all the time. You're like, oh. You know, I just left my gun there. Whoops-a-daisy. They asked him to describe the events leading up to the theft and for the guy's phone number. And Williams then made a FaceTime call on his cell phone, and the person said that he was Ant. And the guy said, yeah, the gun was stolen from my house. The guy said his name was John Price. Yes, that's a very convincing name. And the firearm was stolen from his previous residence at 2913 Benton Plaza. He said he didn't know the name of the guy who stole the firearm, but he was a light-skinned male, 17 to 18 years old. When they asked Price how he knew it was a male who stole the firearm, Williams interrupted him, stated, the guy himself, sitting there, stated, "'Cause he's got sticky fingers." And just don't fucking talk to the goddamn cops, please, man. Anyways, he said he was talking, it was a friend of a friend. He said he no longer lives there and he had recently moved. And they said he doesn't know where his exact address is. They normally block out the phone numbers. That's funny, it's here. Price said he didn't have long to talk because he doesn't work and had nothing more to add. So they asked him again to describe how the firearm theft occurred, and he said he accidentally left it at his buddy's house shortly after buying it. He stated his buddy would bring the firearm to his house the following day, and the following day and called him and someone had stolen it. Like, oh, just my luck. Hey, bro, someone happened to just steal your gun. Sorry. So they did a computer check of the phone number provided by Price, and it was a guy, Chalin Groves. And a computer check revealed the address of a name of Chalin Groves. What a couple of dumb faggots. What dumb fuckers. Going back far enough, he was shot by his 6-year-old brother in 2023. There's no record of a John Price with that birth date in Kansas City Police Department systems or through the Missouri Department of Revenue, meaning he doesn't exist at all. However, the person registered to the phone Price provided was the approximate age as Williams. The birth month and day were the same as the guy they found. There's obviously for these reasons, the guy who identified himself as Price on the call was lying. And, so they then reconfronted Williams and they said, hey, man, we need to talk. And they said about the previous statements he had made during the previous interview. And guess what he did? He fucking sat down and talked with them. Because look, during the interview, meaning he talked again. They said he knew he was being deceitful. Williams admitted he had lied about the firearm, his knowledge of the transfers, and the identity of the parties. He showed a picture of Groves and he said, who's that? And he's like, that's Chalin. He said, Williams admitted Chalin was the person he talked to on the phone the previous day, and he confirmed John Price's true identity as Chalin Groves. Like, why lie? Stupid shit. He's like, I gave the lower away, which is my fault. No, you didn't give it away. You spent $250. Someone gave you money. You wouldn't just give it away. You want to get paid, homie, unless it wasn't your money to start with. We did put a blackout barrel on it, which means the 300 blackout upper. I actually did get the lower 81 days ago. That's when the lower was given away. He gave it away right the fuck then. And he said, why couldn't Chalin go buy it himself? And I said, because he's 19. And the reason why you can't buy a receiver when you're 19 is because under the ATF's interpretations, you could take a lower receiver and make a pistol. Well, when you buy it, it could be a pistol at that point, which means to buy a pistol from an FFL, you have to be 21 years old. Now, under 21, you can buy, I can sell a pistol to a 19-year-old. That's not illegal. But if the 19-year-old tries to go into an FFL, he's screwed. But he stated they both went to a gun show and looking for lower receivers to buy. Williams stated that they found a receiver and Groves gave him the money to purchase it. Oh, just admitting to the straw purchase now. Williams stated, "We just all been buying lowers and we put them together however we want to. Oh, Lordy me, oh my. We's just done doing it, boss. We makes them gats go blat-tat-tat." Groves told me he's going to put a 300 blackout barrel on the receiver, but Williams said he hadn't seen the firearm since the purchase. So, FFLs may not sell, deliver, or otherwise transfer any firearm ammunition to the individual licensee and knows to believe on the age of 21. Okay, and based on Williams' statements about purchasing the firearm for Groves, Williams provided a false written statement, and he also lied about shit to the federal agents like a fucking retard. Yeah, I see nothing wrong here so far, but they fucking are talking about it to the police. JB says, how does a rifle become a pistol? Well, they're calling it a rifle, but it's one of, if you Google, AR-15 pistol, you'll see what I mean. That's what they're considering a pistol. But it's a pistol that shoots rifle caliber ammunition. So, I would show you, but YouTube will kill me if I do that. So, I can't show you. As much as I would love to do that shot, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I really don't. So, William advised Groves' friend stated, "I know we did lie, but neither one of us had nothing to do with that. We were both at work if you want to check my schedule." So we couldn't possibly be able to pull the trigger. I advised Williams, and this is where he volunteered too much, because they said, at no time did I ever tell him nor anyone inside his residence during the previous interview the firearm was used to recover in the Union Station Super Bowl shooting. I asked him how he knew this. And like a dumb fuck, he says, "Oh, when I was playing PlayStation with my friend Ant, he learned the firearm in question was used in the incident." And he asked if the firearm was traded, to which he said he didn't. I don't know. Ant told Williams that Groves don't have that gun anymore. You know something bad happened, and you know that gun was traded, and they used it for something. Them little niggas he traded to, they was shooting at that parade. Williams stated he didn't know that and stated Groves didn't have anything to do with it. He said, "I heard about the shooting and the firearm he purchased. I know while playing a live video game, individuals can freely have conversations like a phone call. I know when a firearm is used in a crime, individuals sometimes trade the firearm for a new one." I love how it's based on my training experience, yeah, people barter goods and services. It's not fucking hard. So they then find Groves. They found John Price. And they talked to him about it. And upon arrival, they contacted Groves inside the office of his apartment complex, and they said he was willing to speak with them. Which is why you don't fucking talk to the police. I asked Groves if he knew why investigators, I love how they have to, this is how they clean up and, edit their documents, were wanting to speak with him. Groves replied that Rennell, meaning his buddy, told him about the feds coming to his house and he got scared. He admitted that he spoke with me on the phone and he lied about his identity and his residence. He admitted he gave the money for the firearm. He stated he believed the price was $500. Why the fuck would you say this? That following the gun show, you bought a 300 blackout upper. Okay. After he purchased it, he claimed the firearm was stolen during a shootout near his old residence. He did not call the police, but shortly after the shooting, he observed police presence in the area, and he did not report the firearm stolen because obviously he had no right to be there with it. He went to a gun show with a different friend who bought him another one. God, these guys have just fucking money just rolling out their ass to go buy guns willy-nilly. So they believed he was withholding details about what happened. So he claims he was watching videos of the parade shooting on social media and he recognized two of the individuals involved. And he said he showed a photo of one of them that was of his buddy KP. Right here. His little homie. He also recognized Marquise, the one that was shot in his face. I had previous knowledge of Black Bar, who was shot in the face during the shooting, and showed Groves a photo of him. He affirmed that he believed that was Marquise, who used to reside in the same complex. And he said, I believe that he knows the Union Station shooters, and he's again attempting to distance himself from the firearm, which is also indicative of unlawful firearms trafficking. Why is it illegal to traffic in firearms? Shouldn't be illegal. None of this should be a crime so far. Except for actually shooting into a crowd of people. That's a crime. But nothing in the process of buying this gun should have been a crime. None of it should have been a crime. It's all infringement used to get basically minorities arrested. Because you notice, generally it's not white guys getting this. Who do these crimes affect predominantly? Minorities. So he stated that his buddy Williams called in and said he was in serious trouble because someone got caught with my lower. Groves started watching the videos and deserves what he believed the firearms Williams purchased for him, leaning against the wall in the shooting. He said the upper portion of the firearm had been switched out from the original one he purchased. Groves stated his upper was all black and he had a 4-inch on it. He then pulled up a video on his cell phone to show me the condition it was in when it was stolen. I observed an AR position laying on a flat surface. The video panned out to show 5 other handguns and an AR pistol with a metallic pink buffer tube and foregrip. So, yeah, here we go. You got the Glock. You got the fucking Smith & Wesson ghetto garbage. Groves said he's not old enough to legally possess the firearms, which is the reason that they were bought for him. But here, and this is the ATF agent saying it right. I know some individuals between 18 and 21 may lawfully possess firearms with some exceptions. However, the person under the age of 21 is not allowed to purchase a firearm that is not a shotgun or a rifle from an FFL. Therefore, Groves was unable to purchase the lower because it is not a shotgun or rifle, and he may have believed he was also not allowed to possess the firearm. Well, but it turns out he was allowed to. So, they talk about the probable cause these guys did here. But that's how they figured out what these dumb fucks did. That's how they figured it out. And so, yeah, when we get to this, they talk about... They also found a Anderson Manufacturing 223 pistol on the ground, and there was they found it in a position and 4 rounds had been fired out of the thing, which holds 30. So some dude cranked off like 4 rounds out of a pistol and didn't kill anyone. That's impressive. So other people have been charged. So at this point, they don't really know what happened. It was just an argument. They don't know what the argument was about. And at some point, one of these guys pulled out, and this guy here, Lindell Mays, pulled out a handgun, and at that point, everybody else pulled out handguns and started shooting. So, yeah. And also, 2 minors have been charged. And there's juveniles so far. It's not necessarily clear if they're going to be bound over as adults. Because there is kind of a threshold on that. Generally, it's about 14 years old, whether or not they can be tried as adults. So, that's the first thing. And then after that is there's no rehabilitative features that can be done in juvenile court to protect them and save them. So, we'll see what happens with those. But I do think it was interesting, these fucking idiots. Then they go talk to the cops. But yeah, these guys there was some serious firepower in that parade. And that's impressive because... wasn't just 2 dudes going at it. It was like all these guys and all these guys just woof right in the middle of a crowd. I mean, real like Nibba moment right there. Real Nibba moment. Completely. But Binary Death says a poverty pony. Yup, an AM223. Catherine says, I looked at Sean's merchandise. I like no one talks, everyone walks. Yep. Very true. Sounds like a peaceful protest to me. Move along. This Who We Are says, Anderson's one of the lowest priced lowers you can buy. Yep. I got one sitting here on my table. So. Yeah, don't ever fucking talk to the cops, guys. 4 inches, huh? Yeah, it wasn't 4 inches. It's not long enough to run the gas system. So. So yeah, it's Marquis. Yeah, is it Marquise? I don't know, because I've heard it. I've had clients with all the different pronunciations of it. So it doesn't matter. Yes, Lincoln Ford Mercury. Isn't that one of the guys in the Postman? Or Ford Lincoln Mercury, that was his name. Stabby says it's all about budgeting. Yeah, those guys are. That's how these guys can afford all their guns get stolen or they drop guns in the middle of police shootings. They budget properly. Yeah, that's Yeah, did they use the PPP loans? Yeah, I bet they did. I mean, a lot of, you know how many people bought guns with their stimmy checks? A lot of people did. And if I ever get paid my fucking stimmy checks, like, that's a funny thing. I still haven't got my 2020 tax return yet. And I've been hounding the IRS. I had to use my fucking congressman to get involved. In 2020, yeah. I actually made enough to qualify where I got a stimmy check. I got those stimmy checks, but I never got them in the mail. So, like, I got like a couple thousand, I got like $4,000 in like a tax return waiting. It's actually more than that now that I think about it, given how much I accidentally withheld. That, like, they're like, oh, we sent you a check. And I'm like, well, where the fuck is it? So, yeah, it's not coming anytime soon. But yeah, stimmy checks were used to buy guns left and right. I know a lot of people who did. I would have too, with like an extra $1,000 sitting there. Just like free money to go buy a gun. I think it was brilliant. Nayarmina says, if I don't speak to cops, how will I know what his plates are rated for? Well, you know what? That's why you find out together what his plates are rated for. Think of it like a surprise. And that's where you get to decide. Are you going to use like some black tip? M80 black tip and find out? Or are you going to use just some, you're going to go down and you're going to use a black tip? You're going to just use regular green tip? Or you're just going to shoot ball ammunition and figure it out? But see, that's where I think it's, you've got to look at it. You got to size up your threat and take a chance. I mean, that's the true nature of the hunt. When you're hunting feral hogs that have thick hides, that's how a true sportsman does it. He doesn't ask the game warden what's going on. He just takes his shot. Shoot your shot. Like Wayne Gretzky would say, shoot your shot. You'll find out. You'll find out. So, cheap lowers are the best lowers. Yes, they are. So how many high points would that be? You can say all the shit you want about high points, but for a gun that's like $150, you can't fucking beat it. And the high point carbines, for the longest time, for a good 25, almost 30 years, that they had the only 10mm carbine on the market you could buy. So, everybody likes to talk shit. So yeah. Oh, I got some super chats here too. Jim Cox is a new member. Thanks, Jim. Thank you for becoming a new member. Although I think you were a member previously, so I guess thank you for re-upping, or however you want to look at it. But yes, thank you. Then J Rock says, Sean, would you mind making Carrie a mod? She's pretty cool. We'll talk about that later. And York for $5 saying, would you mind? I got new legislation I've authored. How much to get you to critique it? Just send it my way, brother. I'll take a look at it. I mean, I'll take a look at it for you. Don't worry. It's all good, man. Just send it. Full send. Isn't that what your military guys say? Just send it. Full send. Fucking just do it. I'm okay with it. Just send it. I'll take a look at it. Also, guys, I'm not eating. Those are cleaning up a mess that's on the Thought I cleaned that up already. There we go. So yeah, just send it to me, York. I'll take a look at it for you, buddy. Not a problem. As long as you're not like making pro-Vosh legislation where you're like, I want to honor Vosh as an honorary citizen of my state in West Virginia. I think he's truly shown the ideals of a West Virginian gentleman, you know, and a true mountaineer spirit. I don't want to do that. AJ's saying for $5, it wasn't a real ATF investigation. No dogs were hit, and no children were left burning to death in a bomb shelter either. So it wasn't a real ATF operation, but they tried real hard. They tried real hard, guys. Now that said, there was another bit of fuckery from the ATF out here, and this is interesting. This is an interesting one. I forget where I saw this. I think I may have seen it on the Discord, but I don't remember. It's from the Second Amendment Foundation. And if you guys don't know what to do as far as groups to support, you don't want to support the NRA. I get that. Don't support them. But if you want to support somebody nationwide, the Second Amendment Foundation, the SAF, is a very good one to do. There's also Gun Owners of America, but Second Amendment Foundation is really good. Second Amendment Foundation helped lead the charge during the Heller case. And they're always involved. They're always involved. They're always in the fight. I mean, when you get there, it's about, like their board of trustees, for example. They are good people. Except for Masad Ayub, I think he's, like Ellen Gottlieb, great attorney. They got all kinds of people. All these guys are great. They do a great job. They talk about challenging red flag laws, trying to get state law preemption going in many states so that way local towns can't pass laws that fuck with everybody. I think they're great. I support them. I think they do great work. If you guys want to, please let them, please show them some love. I think that would help you. Now, this is interesting because this is the ATF denying a sale while they're there inspecting. So an ATF industry operations investigator, an IOI, is what they're known as. They do the audits of the stores. So if you're an FFL and you're running a gun store, you're going to run into an IOI. They're going to come in and talk to you. They're the ones who go out and do stuff all the time. That's a lot of what ATF work is, actually. There's a lot of these guys. But they violated somebody's Second Amendment rights last month when he ordered a gun dealer to halt a pistol sale because he believed the purchaser possibly smelled of marijuana. So what happened? A guy named Daniel was on his way in to pick up a Beretta APX. Oh, gosh, he could... I hope... he won on Gunbroker. And it shipped from a pawn shop in Alabama, like... I guess, but there's better guns you could buy than a Beretta. A lot better guns you could buy than a Beretta APX. I'm just saying, oh. But hey, you do you, boo. So he completed his 4473 while he was waiting, and he denied he was an unlawful user of addicted to any marijuana or a depression stimulant or a narcotic drug. And he had passed his check. He had passed the check, guys. He got around and was like, check it out. What's it all about? And he got that done. And then the ATF fucked him. Because he was ready to take his handgun home until the IOI intervened and ordered the gun dealer to stop the sale. Now, this is where I think there's a bit of a problem, and Daniel should, shoo, boy. I wasn't high. Okay, well, that doesn't... I wasn't high, not... I don't use marijuana, sir. I can't encourage you to lie to feds, but the answer is never, I wasn't drunk, officer. No, it's I don't drink. If you're going to talk it to them at all. So none of this makes any sense to me. Well, it's because even with... And here's the thing. There are many reasons why Daniel could have smelled like marijuana. If the IOI's allegations are even true, which is true, cops fucking lie. It's all they do. All they do is lie. So Florida legalized medical pot in 2016. As of last year, the state issued more than 800,000 cards. There are hundreds of cannabis dispensaries located throughout the state. While federal law still criminalizes the use, even ATF's Tampa spokesman admitted it was possible Daniel could have been exposed to secondhand smoke if his spouse, friends, or family used medical marijuana. You know, they said that's true. They were like, well, that's true. You know, that's all true. In addition, Amazon and hundreds of other retailers offer marijuana-scented candles, incense sprays, air fresheners, colognes, perfumes, and essential oils. Who the fuck buys a marijuana-scented candle? Really? Who is doing that? I just love the smell of burning dope, but I don't want to smoke it myself. Like, oh, come on. I think marijuana smells awful when it's burned, but what the like? You're like, I want the smell of it, but I don't want to get high. Like, okay. Fucking weird people out there, man, I'll tell you. IOI's actions raise other questions, which the ATF didn't want to address. And this is one, if you guys didn't know this is true. ATF IOIs are not real cops. They are not sworn. They are not agents. They are not armed agents. When they show up, they are not ATF agents. Now, there are times where ATF agents will come in and do their own things, but the IOI people are not armed agents. You know, sometimes an agent may do IOI stuff. I've heard of that happening before, but typically an IOI person is not armed, and you would know if they're armed. You know, they're not certified, they are regulators. No, you mean revenuers. They are revenuers. As a result, IOIs are not trained like cops, and they might not say whether the IOI who stopped the sale was ever trained to detect the smell of marijuana, or whether his observations were based upon personal use. Neither would he say the IOI was trained to recognize the symptoms of someone under the influence of marijuana. The ATF special agent wouldn't address under what circumstances an IOI can halt a firearm transfer, a question he described during his brief interview as a good one. And I'm going to have to talk to Fudbusters, Matt LaRosier, about that one, because once the sale is done, Nix is done, the 4473 is done, everything is done. I think once that gets into the guy's hands, the sale is completed. They can't take it back. And what I want to know in this fact pattern is, did the guy actually get the gun in his hands? Because if he did, I think it's game over. I don't think that, I'll have to talk to Matt. I'll probably talk to him tonight after we're done here, because that's a really good fucking question. How does that work? Because I don't know the answer to that. Because I've never had that pop up with my clients, and I've represented, you know, FFLs when they get audits. And when they've had to deal with the police come knocking on their door. Someone will get back to you. It's like, as the close of business, nobody in the office, not even the IOI's boss in that area, for the Tampa field office, responded to calls. Yes, and keep in mind, this is right after Steve Dettelbach, which, God, fucking the pride of Northeast Ohio. Sorry out there, chat. Gave a 20-minute interview to CBS that contained nothing but retarded gun questions, which the guy couldn't even strip a Glock apart with. You know, Daniel denied he used marijuana as 4473. That should have been good enough, and it is. He should have been taken at his word. Instead, the IOI violated his constitutional rights based on a mere sniff. Now, he's a governmental employee. 1983 attaches. He was deprived of his rights under the color of law. Now, I doubt there's anything out there about this. And he might be able to say, well, I wasn't trained on this, and he might have some immunity here, but I would sue for that anyway. Because let's say, you know, it doesn't make it clear. Did he come back later and buy it? I don't know if any of that happened. That's something I think is I think it's interesting. Like, how is this going to work? I don't know. I don't know how this would set up. It's a very good question, though, and I don't know the answer to that. Just like the ATF agent said, good one. It's like, I don't know the answer to that, and I'm going to have to ask around to some people I know who are far more knowledgeable about this shit than I am. And then Yorick for $50. Damn. Thank you. Thank you very much for the support. Said, just sent it to you on Twitted, or Zitted, or Zwitted. It's attacking the NFA. If it's within your stream topics, feel free to review on stream. And anyone can steal a piece of it, or it's in entirety. Just get it into law somewhere. Well, I'll take a look at it to make sure you're like, it's good, because in case it like, you know, we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. We'll see how it is, Yorick. I bet it's good, though. I bet it's good at the end of the day. You're a good dude. So let me take a look at it for you. I'm hoping you're saying like there is no more NFA. Just it's like a couple of words. There is no more NFA. Just those 5 words. Period. Best legislation ever. Jim says smart hoarders buy ammo. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, Hella says black tip. Yes, black tip ammunition is considered armor-piercing ammunition. So, 50 caliber black tip ammo is armor-piercing. 308 black tip ammunition is armor-piercing. 5.56 ammo black tipped is armor-piercing. And if you can get a hold of that stuff for your, M14, 308 based rifle, or your AR-15, you're shitting in high cotton, because that's not easy to get, especially the 5.56 stuff. It's not easy to get a hold of at times. The black tip, also known as Niganakas, yeah. Yes. Goalie says when Buffman Range. Yes, Buffman Range. He does a great YouTube, guys. Pulls out some obscure World War II tungsten absolute unit of an armor-piercing round. Yes. Yes. Well, actually, what's it called? Yeah, here you guys go. Buffman Range. This guy does some cool stuff here. He does all kinds of things. The thing you just did a couple days ago. Can anything beat Mark 211 Rafos? And a Rafos round is a 50 cal round with a little bit of explosive in the tip, so it can penetrate and then explode behind it. It's a 50 cal explosive round. It's pretty fucking cool. But this guy tests out all kinds of things. He tests out armor. He's really good at testing armor. Very, very good at it. Just seeing what can be done out there with the ammo that exists. All kinds of cool stuff. Does a lot of ballistic helmet testing, a lot of armor panel testing. I highly recommend him. Does some custom bullet manufacturing as well in his testing. So, something to think about if you guys are interested. Why is Sean live during Nick Regatta's time slot? Thanks. Oh. Clean up your DSP stains. What? I soil myself. What am I eating? The fuck are you guys talking about? The fuck are you talking about? There's nothing on here. What the fuck? Did I miss a St. Louis story? No, we're not. No. No, we haven't watched that yet. Oh. Stabby says, I'm going to get one of those 1301 mod 2s with my next tax return. I'm pretty sure if you get one of those, like the Turk 1301 copies, seem to be pretty fucking cool. I know those Turk Benelli M4 seem to be pretty dope. So. But no, we have not gotten the St. Louis story yet. KJ says, is there a repeal of the 19th Amendment Foundation? Yes. Yes, let's start. You know, chat, that's going to be our thing from now on. We're going to start an endowment. Repealing the 19th Amendment. Zero Fuck says, what's wrong with Ayub? He's a fucking boomer. Sometimes he just has the shittiest takes. Sometimes he does, especially when he tries to talk about, what happens in court, because he's been there before as an expert witness. And he's like, oh, I've Chad, so many times where I've left attorneys speechless. And I'm like, I'm sure there's been a lot of times where you thought you did, and that attorney fucked you in the ass, and you never knew it happened. So he's just horrible. Like, in that regard. A lot of things he's good about, but it's just some of his courtroom stuff, it's just like, bro, come on. I've listened to a couple things. I've read a couple of his things. Like, he would talk, like, I remember this at times where I've read his articles in magazines, and he'd say, case happened in Connecticut where some guy did something, and he wanted to point out the bad guy did something, and it's like, oh, it didn't work, because there's rules of evidence, and it's like, what case? Like, citation needed. What case? I would like to know the context so I could understand it. But he doesn't have them, and he should do that, especially when it comes to the law. Cite the case so somebody can read it. Don't just paraphrase for people. Luke said Bronca heard me shit on you. He's biking up to Ohio right now. Oh, I don't think Bronca would get that mad. He might have some bad ideas about talking to cops, but his training and drills are good. Yeah, his training and drills are fine, but there's like other people you could use for training and drills. Hell, you could do the Bear Solution Standards drill, and that'll be better for you than a lot of things. I mean, he's not bad, but he's really getting long in the tooth. I mean, there are a lot of other people out there you could, learn from, I think, at this point. I mean, that's the other thing, too. I mean, like, you see, like, Ken Hackathorn, fucking one of the OGs of, all this shit. And he's like, I can't, people putting lasers and sights on their guns. And it's like, nigga, what fuck else you think I'm gonna do? I wanted that shit on my gun. It makes me more effective. More likely I don't die and I can kill the other guy before he kills me. Like, yes, I'm putting lights and sights on a pistol. You're out of your fucking mind. If I can afford to do it, I would do it. So yeah, I do have some problems with some of these guys. Don't flag him as potentially sus. He's okay, but he does enough cringe stuff where you're like, come on, man. So take a grain of salt when he says something. Did anyone see Kamala's having a conversation with Fat Joe talking about weed? Well, Fat Joe's not bad, He's not a player, he just crushed a lot, but let's see here. Damn, you guys are going fast. I hate cocaine, I just think it smells nice. Yeah, you want a cocaine candle? Yes, go to Yankee Candle. What do we have? We have the scent of yayo. We call it riding the white stallion. So, yes, I drink laudanum for the flavor, not how it makes me feel. Guys don't know what laudanum is. Basically, it was liquid opium. It was a drink you could do in the 1800s. Even to the 1900s, it was opium that you could drink. It was considered a painkiller, and if you had a lot of headaches, and women drank it a lot, and a lot of women became opium hoes because of it. Oh. Judge Maddie says Northeast Ohio doesn't have any pride. If you lived here, you wouldn't either. So. Yes, it's easier to make your own armor-piercing rounds than to buy them half the time. Yeah, but it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing with that. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Damn, you guys are going too fast. Yes, Mr. Don't Put a Light on Your Gun, FUD regressionism, yeah. I don't know what a Haboob is. No, Masad Ayub. He's kind of like one of the OGs of firearms, like writing and self-defense instruction going back. He's one of the OGs about it. But there were other better people. Like, I'd rather have Louis Auerbach, and it's sad he's dead. That dude know how to fucking fight. Fucking being in South Africa and, just like 2 fucking guns and shit like that. He was a homie. I've heard cool stories about him. Yes, he believes in a lot of gun and kind of FUD lore. Still. Um, AJ John for $5 says, how do I get over the fact that I'm watching my parents get older and watching myself get older? From a lawyer's perspective, that is, do I sue them? No. I'm not going to, don't sue your parents. You can avoid. Barton Bella says, Fat Joe is leaning back. I understand, but in one of the songs, I'm like, what's love? You know, he says, I'm not, like, he also says the lyric, I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. Stabby saying, I should play Fudbusters, the $250,000 short, destroyed all the ejectors and killed all the kittens. Which, not clear on instructions. You might need to send me a link to that so I have it. Yorick says, laudanum was 50% opium and 50% alcohol. That's a lot of opium, 15% by volume. Oh boy. Is that what Wyatt Earp's wife was slamming in Tombstone? Yes. Yes, it was. Yes. So. Yes, this is before gun videos became popular on YouTube regarding Massad Ayoob. Yeah, he would release like VHS tapes you could watch. And up until probably like, 15 years ago, yeah, this was it. It was him. So, yeah. Catherine says, were the storms last night close to us? No. They were all down by Columbus. And there were some ones out in western Ohio, but we didn't worry. They didn't get to us, so no. I haven't really checked up too much. Probably should, because I know some people out that way. Make sure they're all right. But no, we were okay. It got like thunder for like a minute or two, and then it stopped. So. Stabby, you linked it. I know, but if you linked it in here, I can't see it. Just, homie, send me the thing in Discord. Come on, brother. It's not hard. So. Oh, yes. Yes, that thing. Yes. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, that's funny. I'll talk to Matt about that. So, all right, guys. The other thing talking about tonight is Deadspin. We'll get to this first, and we'll kind of talk about the roughness of Deadspin. If you guys remember Deadspin, they were the group where they bagged on the kid. They tried to make it look like he was being a racist. And if you guys don't, like, if you guys here you go. That's actually a good example of it. Hold on, where's the guy who did it? Where's his picture? Where's his tweet at? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is what Deadspin lately got famous for. Was this thing here. They took this kid, and this is the one at the Chiefs game where he's wearing a headdress. And it was done by a writer for Deadspin. His name was Karen. Now, it's Carron, but it was a black guy named Karen, which in 2024, why the fuck not? That makes the most sense, really, at the end of the day. And they tried to shit all over him. Now, the other side of the kid's face was painted red. And it also turns out the kid is a member of he is a member of a recognized Indian tribe. And that headdress was given to him by, like, his grandfather, who is, like, the tribal elder of that band of Indians. And it's like, whoopsie doodle. And then people are like, maybe we should sue you fuckers. Well, Deadspin is had a bit of a bad day because, Deadspin is gone. And how do we know that? Yeah, Deadspin didn't have a good. They didn't have a good go of it, but like it truly goes. And as the man said on Twitter, Oren McIntyre, you think you hate, uh, the kid here, and this is the kid. You guys haven't seen this kid here. This is the kid I'm talking about. They tried to fuck with him. His name is Karen, but it's Carron. And they got fucking ass reamed for it all over the place. Well, as the guy says, as the Twitter meme goes, you think you hate journalists, but you don't hate them enough. And I think that's important. I think it's important to know. You think you hate journalists, but you don't hate them enough. I think it's very important to think about it that way. How fucking bad do you really hate them? Because it's probably not enough. You might think you hate them a lot, but still, it's not enough, chat. Oh, you think I hate them? Nope, still not enough. Well, oh, womp, 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 womp. The entire staff has been laid off. Oh no, how could this happen? Oh no. So sad, so sad. You say, I should send it to you on Discord when I get so much shit it's hard to navigate through, brother. I try. Yes, Oren McIntyre is fantastic. Or Aaron McIntyre is fantastic, yeah. Yeah. Kotaku, you are next. From your lips to God's ears right now. Inshallah. Inshallah. That's all I can say. Yes, sold to a startup, which, you'll just love to see the media take hits like that. So the irreverent sports, like the irreverent, are we really going to say they're irreverent? They're really going to say these guys are irreverent? I mean, like, let's be real, man. They were like, best known for its commentary and analysis and generally shit takes. Laid off all its staff on Monday. In a memo to staffers, the chief executive of the parent company wrote that it had been approached by a European firm looking to add Deadspin to its growing media holdings. And then what does it do immediately upon acquiring it? Well, we want to acquire it. And then we fucking get rid of everybody, so... Oh, that's funny. How does that work? And I mean... Having been somebody that got a immediate negative 100% raise before, and been laid off before, yeah, I don't feel bad for these guys. Maybe they can learn to code. The rationale behind the decision to sell included a variety of important factors that included the buyer's editorial plans for the brand, tough competition in the sports journalism sector, and a valuation that reflected a sizable premium from an original purchase price. Oh, I'm sure there was, I'm sure you guys were thriving and not really just fucking floundering. It's interesting, though, that there were, like, only 11 staffers. Like, so how many fucking people did they actually employ? Just people like Karen, just random fucking people on Twitter bitching? So, oh well. Another media entity bites the dust. So, but you get to see, like, BuzzFeed, they cut 60% of its remaining staff. Vice Media laid off hundreds of employees as it ceased to publish on its website. Time also laid off 15% of its unionized editorial staff. The LA Times cut over 20% of its newsroom staff. Condé Nast staffers walked off the job protesting layoffs. And the New York Daily News and Forbes staged a walkout. Aw, poor babies. Oh, the media dying, chat. Oh, God, it actually... Oh, God, it feels so good. I just want to I wish I could mainline that. Journalists getting laid off. The journalist tears, I wish we could just. I'd be sitting in the back of a fucking heroin clinic, just be like, oh my God, come on, I really need this, come on. Oh, oh, like, if you could distill that down, I would be shooting that up right now. Oh. Oh. They're all CIA agents, probably. Sweet Tooth says, why buy it if they were going to get rid of it? They're going to take it in a different direction. Maybe they're going to start selling like dildos and be like an HIV magazine or something. Who really knows? I don't fucking care. Journalists getting laid off is great. I'd say learn to code, but AI has done most away with that industry. Yeah, well, oh well. Go fucking learn how to pick up a shovel, bro. Go mine some coal. Oh. Yes, total journo death. Yes. Total journalist death. Oh. Roundhouse kick journalist. Shoot journalists into the fucking sun. Get rid of them all. Get rid of all the journalists. TJD. Yes. All of them. How many journalists do we... What about the journalists? Like all of them? Every single one of them, sir? Do we need to get rid of them all? Everyone? Everyone! Yes! Yes, chat! Yes! Yes! Everyone! Every single journalist, chat! Yes! More journalists, chat! Get rid of them all! All of them into the sun! I don't mean shoot them into Shane, chat. I mean shoot them into the sun. Helios, that big ball of nuclear fusion in the sky. Yes. Aren't I technically a journalist? No, this is different. I merely let you guys make your own decisions. I'm an attorney with an opinion. Yas, Janelle, all of them. Can we just give James O'Keefe a pass? Yeah, except I think he really, he went really undercover with that gay guy from the Pentagon. I have a feeling he's if you listen to enough of that clip he does, he's probably going to be just having the phone going while he's sucking that guy's dick. And the guy's like, well, yeah, I really like doing this. And James is just down there just wop, 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 wop. So, yeah. Journalist versus the dildo world order in my office. Yes. Yes, I'm a presenter. Yes, there you go. Just like Jeremy Clarkson. I'm not a journalist. I'm a presenter. Yes. What was the name of the idiot that outed libs of TikTok? Oh, yes. Well, that is Taylor Lorenz. So. Good logic to journalists. Now, no, Joe's a good boy. Joe's a presenter as well. I'll let Joe use... He gets a presenter pass. I'll protect him. I shelter Joe. Joe, like my wing... I take Joseph under my wing. I offer him protection. Joe is protected through my name. So he's safe. O'Keefe said no homo at the end. Well, I bet. Alex Jones, not a journalist. No. No, fight the globalist. He is not a journalist. He is here defending our way of life. making sure the frogs aren't gay. Although with the information he has, you have to think, is he controlled opposition? I don't know. But he is not a journalist. He is a prophet. Oh. Yeah, Zero Fuck says, from the river to the sun, not a single journalist. Not a single one. You're a regular. People who hit Anne Frank. Yes. Oh. Journalists tell you what did happen. Alex Jones tells you what will happen. Joe shows off his press pass. He loves it. He doesn't know any better. I'm trying to shelter him. He gets a little antsy in his pantsy, guys. I am not surrendering Joseph over. He's too nice of a boy. So, yes, Joe has a colt. He's trying real hard. But are we turning the frogs happy? Yes. So, did somebody dox Stone Toss? Yes. We can talk about that real quick. So, yes, guys, Stone Toss was doxed. Apparently, he's a 34-year-old dude in Texas who's got a pretty base German-sounding name. It's like Hans Christian, like something or another. And I was like, based. Like, the dude's like, fine, here, buy my fucking plush toys. And in the meantime, it's hilarious because Alejandro Caraballo, and I should say Alejandro, not Alejandra, Alejandro Caraballo. Hold on, guys. Hold on, chat here. I had to fix something. So, oh, I got a lot of notifications. Uh-oh. So, anyway, Alejandro Caraballo goes by the, well, he's a troon. And he uses the Twitter handle squeer. And he had actually tweeted out as his name initially at some point. He had gone on and said Stone Toss, and right here in this part, in his name, he actually said Stone Toss is so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And he did it and got fucking nuked, and it's temporarily unavailable. Squeer does not follow me. I am blocked, but I found this through someone else. And he got nuked right now. And part of the reason is you can't do that shit in your name titles. You can't run around with other people's names. You have to make it clear it's a parody account. Well, he didn't do that, so he got fucking nuked. Now, I just thought it was hilarious to, to go in honor of Lady Gaga, don't say his name, Alejandro. I mean, because they the gays like Lady Gaga anyway, so makes sense. I do like this guy, though. He's like, don't cry for me, Alejandro. Trying to channel some Evita. It's not bad. I'll give him points. I'll get points for that. I get points. I'm blocked by squeer. Oh, he's blocked like millions of people and was proud of it. He's proud of it. So, well, troons don't dig full stop. They just fill. Well, no, they dig. They keep digging and dilating, but they never make progress. Hella says, I have her emails with the University of South Carolina School of Journalism keeping people out of a public event. Oh, that's some good shit if you have it. Put it out there. Yeah, Stone Toss has been around forever. He's a guy who does like computer coding and stuff, it looks like. He made an NFT for Ethan Ralph, he did. And he made a lot of fucking money. He's been part of the sector forever. So he's, made money, and then he made like a little plushie doll you could buy in response to all of this. Like, the dude's making money hand over fist. He's leaned into it full speed. So, yeah, he's handling himself. Stone Toss pointed out too much about a certain group of people. Well, certain multiple groups of people, including the parenthesis people, but also the Troons. Like, dude hits the nail all the time. Dude nails it everywhere. And then, yes, there was also, Mingo for $1.99 says, for the McMahon voice. Thank you. J-Rock says, our cult is better, Sean. Yeah, remember, like I said, it's not a cult. It's more like a Serbian paramilitary death squad. It's just it's not our time yet. We'll activate when it's ready. And then Super Iron Bob for $5 said, Red Panels was doxxed. They never actually showed that was Stone Toss. Yeah. Well, the way this happened is Stone Toss got burned because his emails got lost when an older Gab breach. And for some reason, it was an older Gab email breach. And I guess they figured out, like, I don't know. They make it sound like this from like a year or two ago or whenever Gab had its last breach. And then they were slowly piecing this together over time. And they figured out who he was. And, the guy's perfectly fine. And it's funny, he's in Texas. So, all you little anti-fucks come at him, he's probably going to kill you. And that'll be hilarious because then he'll have new comic content. So, I guess try it. But I think he is Stone. I think Red Panels is Stone Toss. Because Red Panels is also fucking hilarious comics as well. Also very hilarious comics. Your Discord link doesn't work. Add me to your Discord. Hold on here. Fucking hate this. The links go bad all the fucking time. Hold on here. All right. Here you go, Yorick. I just put the link out there. Go for it. Those poor tilapia. Oh, one of the people she's been targeting on the interview. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Good stuff, Hella. I want to talk to you, Sean, about a time I'd like to have you on with me for this. That's fine. You should reach out to Caraballo and, like, do you have any comment? Fucking get her riled. Get him. Her. I apologize. Get him riled up. Hell, you'll have people coming to fucking watch you. You'll have the whole Troon stars coming out after that. But also people who fucking hate Caraballo will fucking hear about you and come watch you just to fuck with him. So, and you got those emails? Fucking do it. It's a way for you to fucking grift on that shit. J-Rock says a paramilitary is not a cult. Okay, a paramilitary can be a cult, but not all cults are paramilitary. So, yes. Kimbo says, my activation code is Cuck Butterfly. Got to be careful which YouTube channels you're on, because you might hear that sooner rather than later. Inadvertently. Not this channel. Just saying. Got to be careful. Cult sounds better. Fine, we'll do it as a cult. J-Rock, it's a cult. There. Oh, Pie Case means, I think she means Mandy Matney. Oh, the bitch from the Murdoch stuff. Well, fuck that whore, too. Fuck that bitch up the ass as well. Whatever, we'll deal with them all. We'll deal with them all. Whatever. I just joined a Discord. Is this PC safe? Yes, mine is. There's not all kinds of shit there. But if you don't know, if you ever get sent a file and you don't know what it is, don't ever open it. So that's the easiest way to survive out on the internet. Don't open stuff you don't know. So So, and then, guys, the other thing we'll get to tonight is out in St. Louis, out in the Lou. There was, and this is where people like to say the Crumleys, stuff you can't use. What happened to the Crumleys? Well, there's a pretty good example of stuff that can happen. Oh, where is? Damn, I just lost it, didn't I? Hold on here. You mean I shouldn't open and give admin permissions to cute kitty pic .jpeg.exe? No. Yes. Talk to cops, sue the judges, open all the files you find on the internet. All right. So, no, guys, this is, I think, actually a result of what's going to happen because of the Crumleys thing. 15-year-old was arrested after a brutal fight leads to a severe head injury near a St. Louis school. So, a 15-year-old girl was arrested for assault following a fight in which she slammed a girl's head against the pavement multiple times. They threw her to the ground and laid a ton of blows on her, and the girl was shaking on the ground after the trauma and remains in critical condition. It's really bad, and we're gonna see it, guys, because it's intense. These kids fucking go at it. It's a bullying issue, and you know what? If there's bullying going on, I'm sure the parents knew their kid was a fucking asshole. What did they do to stop their kid? Guess what's gonna happen soon? It's not like the kids who get into fights or the kids who are gangbangers, but your kid's a bully. You're gonna be held responsible for it now. And then there is this is, here we go. This is, it's interesting. So, here you go, chat. Here you go, chattels. Here you go. My chattel. See, it's showing up good. It's on here. All right. Why is this not loaded? There we go. Get off of him! Yeah, at this point, things are still not bad. It's just a fight, but here we go. I mean, if you guys don't hear that, that sound that sounds like a bunch of, ground meat in a pillowcase. That thwack, thwack. That's her skull bottoming out. Her brain and everything inside her skull. Her brain's bottoming out on that skull. That's the brain getting bruised. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't good. If you ever hear somebody hit like that, call 911 immediately. And don't let them move. Although they probably aren't moving if they make that kind of sound on the ground when they hit. Get off of him! I mean, and here we go. If you see somebody moving like this, definitely call 911. Yeah, she ain't getting up from that anytime soon. Oh boy. So yeah, so there's a whole issue with about what happened there, and yeah. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful when you get into a fight, man. So, what do we know about it? Well, the kid's not dead yet. The kid is not dead. We do know that she's still alive. She's still alive. She has a major brain bleed and swelling, which it's like, no shit she does. I'm surprised that that's all she has there. She was admitted to the hospital with a skull fracture and frontal lobe damage. And I can see why she has frontal lobe damage. When she's getting her head smacked on the ground, her brain is smacking into the front of her, the front of her brain is smacking in the front of her skull. So that's not a surprise. She's probably got bruising in her brain. Like, that is a good way to fucking die, is to injure your brain like that. Yeah, it's only the very beginning. That girl's probably got to learn how to fucking walk again, ultimately. And I bet if she ends up surviving this where she can fucking walk around and talk normally, that will be a fucking testament to the fact there's a God in heaven. Because she's probably like a vegetable going forward. You know, the GoFundMe has raised more than $215,000 of its $500,000, which they're probably going to need all of that. So, yeah. So, we don't know yet if it's a 15-year-old, so that means they can be charged as an adult, maybe, but we don't know yet. So, we will see. And then there was another one where a kid in St. Louis got stabbed just after the end of the day in St. Louis. Like, yeah, keep your kids out of public schools, or at the very least, the Derbyshire rules are something to be adhered to. The Derbyshire rules are very, very important. The assailant is currently in juvenile court, so at some point they'll be charged with something. Say, do I live on MLK Jr. Boulevard? No, I don't. Thankfully, I do not. Otherwise, you'd probably hear me out the window half the time. Hold on, chat. Boom, out the fucking window. No, I don't. She might get probation. Yeah, if she's in juvenile court, yes. But if she's an adult, get tried as an adult, probably not. She's an adult, probably not, yeah. It's a TBI, yeah. Yeah, they were just sloshing her around her brain water. Yeah, well, they did a lot more than that. Holy cow, that fucking... Oh boy, that's not a good look for your brain there. It's a nice part of St. Louis. J-Rock says, this is why I carry 2 guns. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Scott X says, there's that rebound. Yeah, have you ever seen these videos where the guys are in a street fight, the dude gets punched, and he falls down on the ground, he falls into, like, his arms and everything shoot up in the air? And then they come back down. That's the frontal lobe smashing into the front of the skull, and, like, everything firing at once. Like, that's not good. That is really bad. Scott Adams tried to warn you. John Derbyshire tried to warn you. John Derbyshire. He wrote the Derbyshire rules. You should read them. Read them. Learn them. Love them. Save them for family and friends. So. Her life will be forever changed. Yeah, I'm thinking so. It's the nicest part of St. Louis. Oh. She probably has a higher IQ than the Trog who did it. That's very likely, too. Doesn't Donkey Kong do the same move in Super Smash Bros? Oh, yes, probably does. Probably does. York saying, are you going to Camp Ponderosa in April? No, I am not. I'm not going to have the time, sadly. Also, even if I could, me waddle around in the woods ain't a good idea. That ain't gonna be conducive to anybody. So, she was performing emergency brain surgery, you racist. Yeah. I'm sure she was. Is that like the Marquess of Queensberry rules? No, 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 no. John Derbyshire's rules are a little bit different than that. They are rules on how you govern yourself around certain people. Like I said, Google John Derbyshire, the Derbyshire rules. Should be a website called Talkie Mag, and you'll see it. And he lost his job at the National Review and everything for writing this article. So, almost reminds me of Reginald Denny, yeah. Yeah, it's tough to watch. It's tough to watch. But yeah, that's... Whew. Oh, boy. Then, because I know Pig is going to cry if we don't do it, this is funny because one of the... this one is funny. We covered this couple nights ago with the Richard Allen case. If you guys don't remember, that's the guy in Indiana accused of killing the two girls. Well, they are getting involved in the Jim Goad wrote for Tacky's Mag. Based. Yes. Also, look up Dr. William Luther Pierce while you're at it. Other helpful literature. Yes. Yes, a prolific writer in his own right. But yes, Stephen Cooper, you're right for $5. It reminds me of Reginald Denny. Yes, if I didn't say that as a super chat, my apologies. Thank you. Thank you. So, so, and guys, we covered it. A couple of these yahoos that run their own YouTube channels that are pro-state just suck in government dick. Well, this guy, Frank Wessling, he runs the Art of Perception. Sent another email to Judge Gull, and this is fucking funny as hell. This is some good shit here. This is some good shit. Which I don't understand why he starts off the way he does. Here, he says, UTC +1 Central European Time. Is that where he lives? Is in like your UTC +1? Because otherwise, I thought he was in the United States. So if I don't know otherwise. I, Frank Westling, solemnly swear that I will tell the truth and nothing but the truth. This, like, think about how fucking crazy you sound when you like write like this, bro. You sound fucking crazy. Stop doing this. The exhibits, he talks about the exhibits listed below are based on 3 months of investigation, will provide evidence regarding the defendant's counsels using content creators as a means of spreading false information and malicious intent toward the family of the dead girls. I'm a little upset here because he does talk about Bob Motta on the Defense Diaries and Kara Winicky. You know, and Kara Winicky we had on and she talked about getting Rick Allen in front of the Indiana Supreme Court. But I'm not included. I'm fucking offended. These Spurgs don't know who I am. So, but this is, guys, I'm not joking. This is 20 pages of fucking insanity. It's 20 pages of straight fucking insanity. I don't even know who the fuck these people are. It's just, it goes on and on and on. This is fucking insane. We talked about this a little bit, but like look at this shit. These guys are like, look at this stuff. This is like fucking schizo posting. Like, you have 24 hours to remove my personal details from your channel video page, community page. If you don't or refuse, your life will become a living hell. I keep telling you degenerates that I have far more info on you than I have on me. It's your choice. The baldo is in your court. You've never fought a fire like me. First and only request. I mean, like, he keeps on saying this shit. These people are fucking psychopaths. Like, it's just all... This is just fucking insanity with these people. Like, there's just random fucking text messages and shit. And I don't even know what half this stuff is. Like I said, I'm upset. Because, like, Grizzly True Crime, okay, cool. The Unraveling, the Defense Diaries, yeah, see? They're here. Where's Potentially Criminal? Where's that? They don't have me on here. I'm so fucking upset. I am so upset. I did not get included in this. I am so fucking angry about that. But that's basically the same thing the guy sent. He resent it out again. Enjoy Prison Stalker chat, yes. 20 pages of unadulterated autism. Yeah, we've already looked at it before. That's a shame. It's like, he doesn't even go here. Oh, UTC +1 is London time, +1 hour. Yeah. So it's like what? Somewhere like in, I don't know, fucking Amsterdam or something? I like my yellow highlighter, yeah. You hide your power level too well, Sean. Yeah, because it's... Oh, I can't wait till they find out about me. He says the N-word in chat. He goes on and says the N-word all the time, Judge. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. He talks about sensitizing fertilizer with diesel fuel to use it as an explosive. He talks about when you see federal agents die, and he laughs about it, not in a joking way. He's horrible, Your Honor. Hella says, hang out with Bob and we'll get mentioned. Well, I am going to be trying to hang out with Bob, and I want to do that. I want to get on their fucking radar. These cocksuckers out there need to fuck, like, oh, we got some towers brewing, chat. That's right. In this channel, you don't need a building permit. You just build. Yes, Your Honor, he does it in Minecraft things. Who did the inspection on these towers? We don't do inspections on these towers. It's like Bane. It's like, the city is yours to do as you please. Build your towers. Oh no, that's an OSHA violation. There is no OSHA. I killed them. My power level's 9,000. See, that's the only part of Dragon Ball Z I understand. My level's over 9,000. Like, I had to tell Flash, I'm like, that's the only problem. I'm like, Flash, that's the only thing I really know, man. Like, am I going to be okay being on this show? He's like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. You're good. I'm like, all right. Just, like, don't come to me with shit. So, like, what's your favorite part of Dragon Ball Z? And I'm like, I've never watched it. So it's like, I don't know. Yes, Your Honor, he called us the F-slur 20 times in a row. He yelled so loud his mic cut out. But I think he said faggot another time. We don't inspect these towers, we appreciate. Are the jet beams in the towers strong enough to withstand jet fuel? It all depends on the font and it all depends on the font and the size of your font when you build the towers. That's what makes them strong. Is your conviction. Do you have a strong conviction? Are you saying it with pride? Your tower will be as strong as steel. If you're weak and you equivocate, your tower will be as strong as the reeds in a swamp. So it's up to you. It's up to you. The Black Super Mayor is not in custody. We heard that earlier, but apparently she's not. So that was not confirmed earlier. So to be fair, Defense Diaries is a little stately. Yeah, they're not really. Overall. Yes, he's more likely to get mainstream attention. Yes, I know. Well, Bob does, Bob and his wife do all kinds, like, they've been on Court TV and shit, so Someday for us. Someday. Chat someday. Someday where we belong. Someday we'll make it there. By God, we'll have our home again, chat. We'll find our homeland. Yes, York, is your conviction stronger? Yes. Is your conviction stronger than Building 7? J-Rock says, Bane, the Bane voice, please. Yes. Is your conviction stronger than Building 7? Shame. Yes, Kara's been on Defense Diaries. I know she has. Apparently, one time they wanted to have Kara on, but that was the night I had her on. So they're like, "Oh, I borrowed her." Am I a turncoat? Do you think I'm a turncoat? Do you think this gives you power over me? So, yes, Building 7 didn't Epstein itself. That's true. Building 7 was built on a plastic straw foundation. Well, what we know Building 7 wasn't, what was not in Building 7, Building 7 did not have thermite paint. According to the great Jesse Ventura, they put thermite paint all over the insides of the towers themselves. They put thermite paint everywhere. But apparently Building 7, they ran out of thermite paint to put everywhere. Building 7 was built on Masonic tunnel systems. Oh. Yes, Building 7 was a national tragedy. Yes, just Building 7. The rest of it was collateral damage. Oh. So. What else do we have tonight we can get into? I think we're kind of all caught up on things I was going to talk about tonight. Chattel. I'm getting a little exhausted myself. Building 7 was built on that girl's skull. Yeah. Well, the way her head was smacking, it sounded like that wet concrete sound, where you're just slopping in like shovelfuls of concrete around. It sounded like her skull. It's like, oh, it gives you the willies. Like, ugh. Oh, you sent me some indictment dismissals. Okay, for Trump's case. Yeah, that's a little too much to go through tonight. Yeah. So, Tiffany being sued by former employees for wrongful termination, like the Tiffany and Co. Bella says, what about Afro Man? So what about Afro Man? Well, I mean, there's a basic update on his case. Is here. I am not a robot. Case search. Continue. Adams County Courts. Error occurred. Turn the search page. FOREMAN. Appeals judgment lien. Boom. Criminal. Boom. Domestic relations. Miscellaneous. Boom. I am not a robot. Begin the search. Whoop-ow. The only case. So we have, what do we have here? So what we have is the Rule 26 conference and report. So any motions of pleadings joined our new party shall be no later than March 29th. The parties are agreed initial disclosures have been made. settlement mediation. Settlement mediation will begin in September to October. Oh, jeez. Why did that not? Son of a bitch. Why do you do that to me? I was trying to read the damn doc. So the settlement mediation will occur sometime in September to October of this year. So, or if they do it sooner on their own, discovery deadline. Discovery will be done by September 5th. And then they talk about their deadlines for discovery, deadlines for motions. Motions for summary judgment shall be the deadline for filing any motion is December 1st. So that's a ways out. Other motions, if they're available, file them when they're available. And then, let's see here. Exchange of expert reports by... The deadline to disclose is October 1st. Deadline of expert reports is November 1st. Other requirements, expert witness. Final pretrial, May 19th, 2025 at 9 a.m. The jury trial, June 2nd through 11th, 2025 at 8:30 in the morning. This case may outlast Nick's case if it goes to trial. If they both go to trial. So... that's the update. There are no real updates, ultimately, for Afro Man. So you guys can see here all the stuff we talked about previously. They talked about a discovery plan. They had a pretrial. Looks like they set everything up by phone. They did it quickly, and then they had a scheduling order, and everything is done. So that's the update for Afro Man right now, and that's it. I'm still going to reach out. I've tried reaching out to their attorney. I have not heard back from them. So hopefully I can soon, because that'd be fun to talk to them about it. But he also might say, fuck you, I'm busy working. It's 2 a.m. and Sean doesn't sleep all day to avoid his kids. I don't have kids, so... not yet, at least. But for now, no. Let's see here. I'm going to send you something. The size of the bag on this cop's bullpup is insane. Where are you sending it? Like in my email or what? What are you sending me? Because I don't know what you're going to send me then. Why is... huh. See here, guys, trying to catch up here. So I can't wait that long. Yeah, well... how many pounds of weed did they find in the CDs? Nothing. Now you're thinking a lemon pound cake. Check my Twitter DM. Oh, okay. Please don't tell me it's a big penis or something. Okay, well, hold on here. What's the first thing? Oh, hold on here. Oh, wait, I don't know if I can... fuck. The last time I showed a gun on live, fucking, I got spanked for it, so I don't know if I can do it right now, Charlie. But no, this guy's holding like a fucking... that's a shotgun magazine. He's private security. I can't show you guys because, yeah, YouTube will fucking spank me the last time I did that. So, now this part I can show you guys. This part I can show you guys. Here you go. Take all those coins away. Oh no, chat. Is he gonna send him some? Was he gonna send me some field of greens powder? Yeah. Oh. Yes. Yep. It was good for Sonic though. The Chimp Yard Zone. Yes. Yes. A Sega flashback. All right, guys. Well, you know what? It's been 2 hours. I have covered everything I think I can cover tonight before I'm just like fucking exhausted. I am spent. I might go pop over and see how Jeff's doing if he's still hanging in there and say hi to him. If you guys want to go back over there with me, I know he would appreciate that. But you're free to go wherever you guys want. But we are probably gonna wind this down. Oh, it's just been. Oh. Been a busy week, chat. Been a busy week. Not as busy as some of the other ones before, but still pretty good, I think. So we have tomorrow. We are going to catch up on the Daniel Howard trial. We've got day 6 and day 7 to get through. Tomorrow on Sunday, we're gonna try to work on like day 8 and maybe day 9 and really catch up. But yeah, I really want to stay with that one, guys. It's been a lot of fun. The past 2 days just weren't the best timing wise, so we'll catch up to those. But I just want to let you guys know I have been thinking about those, and we'll get caught back up. Tomorrow night we'll probably go through. We've got the Riley Gaines lawsuit, the Title IX lawsuit. We've also got Alec Baldwin's motion to dismiss. That's like a 60-page monster. That's what she said. It was big and girthy and thick. And we'll probably, covered in ink. We'll probably do that, either one of those tomorrow night. I'm not sure which one. But we will pick one of them. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. I will send you guys along who's still going. Well, I think Vices is still going. Yeah, Jeff's still going. Hell yeah. Let's go say hi to Jeff. So, you guys, it's all set for there. Yeah, so that's it. Dumbledore dies, yes. And I will see you guys later. Like I said, tomorrow night we will be doing stuff, but tomorrow during the day I'll be working on getting this done. I got a lot of couple motions to put together, stuff like that. So guys, if we're watching, I'm probably not going to be the most talkative at times. Because I have work to do. So I'll be working on that as well. So I'll see you guys. Until then, guys, take care. Go watch that short I sent you. I did. I know which one you're talking about. Yes. Bagowd, Spade. Bagowd. I hope Sally's got her tits out by now. She might. She might have them out there. Hell says I'll have to teach a dance class. Well, good. Have fun with that. And Nature saying Dumbledore dies of AIDS. That's the real problem, yes. Seasons of love. That's not what they sing in Hogwarts, though. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys. Take care.